Hey everybody, Tim Cast here. Recently, Black Bloc protesters shut down a Milo Yiannopoulos speaking event in Berkeley. We also had the issue of Richard Spencer getting punched in the face in Washington, D.C. And so now there's this big conversation about what free speech means. I keep seeing people share this comic from XKCD about how, the First Amendment protects your right to free speech, meaning the government can't stop you from speaking. But that doesn't mean you'll be free from the consequences of your speech. Now, here's the important distinction I want to make. When I'm talking about free speech, I'm not talking about the First Amendment or laws. I'm talking about the belief that we as human beings have the right to express our ideas, no matter how good or how bad, without being physically harmed for it, right? So I want to clear that up. We're not going to mix up free speech and the First Amendment because they're two different things. And now I want to explain something to you. When I say that Milo Yiannopoulos had his right to free speech infringed by Black Bloc protesters who were smashing things, starting fires, and attacking people, that's true. I believe everyone has the right to say whatever they want, so long as they aren't directly inciting violence, okay? And what I mean by that is, if you're standing on the street saying, hey, go beat that person, yeah, okay, hold on, When Milo Yiannopoulos is saying things that you don't like politically, that is not violence, okay? That is him having ideas that you don't like. Milo has a right to say whatever he wants, so long as he's not telling people to go directly harm someone. You do not have the right to silence other people and shut down events because you don't like their ideas. The same thing can be said for Richard Spencer. So here's the question I have. So many people are saying they like that Richard Spencer got hit. They're sharing this meme saying, good, we're punch a Nazi, stab a Nazi. It's really crazy and extreme videos. Richard Spencer has some of the worst politics anyone has ever heard. I think everyone agrees with that. But he was standing on a street corner talking to a camera, minding his own business, when someone came up and sucker punched him. But what do you think it was like 50, 60 years ago for the LGBT community when people were going around saying it is okay to be gay? And then you had a bunch of people saying that is a dangerous, family-destroying idea, and I need to punch you in the face because your idea is dangerous. The idea of what is dangerous and what is bad is subjective. Richard Spencer thinks he's a good guy. Okay? The point is, just because you don't like someone's ideas doesn't mean you can hit them because you're telling everyone else they can hit you too. Well, you agree with violence. So the last thing I want to clear up that I've been seeing is this argument that's been happening for years, probably longer than I've been alive, over what violence is. And I'm seeing tons of people post online saying things like, the state is violent because the state allows poverty and things like that. Okay, violence has a definition. The definition of violence is the direct physical force, the direct use of physical force intending to cause harm to someone or something, okay? The use of physical force directly, meaning like you take action intending to harm someone or something, that is violence. If you want to say the government is violent or whatever, you're thinking of something different, maybe callous or, say evil, right? But there's a difference between a politician passing a law that may result in poverty and people losing their homes and someone taking a Molotov cocktail and throwing it into a building. Those are two different things. When you run up to someone and punch them in the face, you are being violent. When you take a brick and throw it through a window, you are being violent. When a politician passes a law that has negative consequences, that isn't violence. That is not a direct physical action intended to cause harm. It's something else. So I'm not saying it's right? So when the government does things that cause harm, yeah, that's bad. But call it what it is, whatever the word is. I don't know. Call it something else. Because all you're doing is confusing people when you say that violence, it's not violent to smash a window. Well, then the average person looks around and they're like, what do you mean? That's literally the definition of violence. Okay? Stop changing the definitions of words. Long story short, the whole point of this video is that I'm getting really frustrated seeing people say that free speech doesn't mean you're free from consequence. If we as a society value the right to speak your mind without being harmed, then you have to hold yourself to the same standard as everyone else. Free speech protects the worst speech and the best speech. And because our society is always evolving, it's important to speak freely. Imagine if 50, 60 years ago, someone said, this man is promoting marijuana usage, and that's going to result in poverty and destruction, and that is violent. So they started beating pro-marijuana activists. I think you get the point I'm trying to make. If you like videos like this, then you can subscribe to my YouTube channel, click the like button, comment below, let me know what you think, because, you know, really enlighten me, right? I don't think that I'm right all the time. And you can comment below and I'll read your comments and I'll reply and we'll have a conversation about it. But more importantly, stay tuned because we're going to be shooting some really cool stories. I've got to go do some drone experiments, which might be up tomorrow. So that'll be a whole lot of fun. And also tune in on Busker. So the Busker mobile app, I'll be doing a live stream talking about these issues tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern. Come hang out, have a conversation. Thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you all next time.